This conference will now be recorded.
So in the last class, we have seen about your enhancements. In that, we have seen about your user exits. But the main important issue with the user exit is we required an access key. We will not provide an access key in our real time. So we have to go ahead and do an implicit enhancement. As of now, I have not teach you about the implicit enhancements. We'll go ahead and see once after your customer exits and your baddies has been completed. And now we are going to start it with the new thing called as your customer exit. So these are the Z include programs that has been provided by SAP. So these are the Z includes. The Z includes that has been provided by SAP inside a function module. Includes that are provided by SAP inside a function module. So inside a function module, this has been provided by your SAP system. Now we need to find, so we need to implement these Z includes, and we need to write the ABAP logic. So remember that. So we need to implement this is Z includes, and we need to write this. And these are available in all the modules of SAP. In all the modules of your SAP. So these customer exits are available. So these customer exits of four types. So one is the function module exit, one is the screen exit, one is the menu exit, and one is the field exit. So the field exit is obsolete. Right now, this is obsolete. We are not going to use this. And even SAP is also not supporting on this field exit. Even when I started my career 15 years back, at that time also the field exit is obsolete. At the time also the field exit is obsolete. So now coming to this function module, screen exit and menu exit. So before we go ahead, how can we find out how to find out the customer exit? How to find out this customer exit? Any exit, whether it can be a function module exit, or whether it can be a screen exit, or whether it can be a menu exit, that will comes under your customer exit. So in order to find out, we have four different ways. Four different ways to find out that one. The first one is using the call customer. Using the call customer. And the second one is using SMOD. And the third one is using SE84 transaction code. And the fourth one is using the ABAP debugger. Using the ABAP debugger. So these are the four different ways to find out your customer exit. Remember that. These are all the four different ways to find out your customer exit. So out of which I usually prefer this. Prefer this one. Because once we go ahead and do with your ABAP debugger, so it will show you everything. Because now when we are creating a customer in SAP, creating a customer in SAP, so the transaction code for creating of a customer is XD01, so which belongs to a package, let's say P1. So now when we are going to do with this call customer on XD01, so let's say for example I'm using this one. On this XD01 only, it will show you internally they can call a separate programs uh, uh, in dynamically they can call separate programs. So that dynamic programs, it can't able to show you with the help of these three nodes. With the help of these first three options, it can't able to show you. But If you go ahead with this ABAP debugger, so you can able to see all those things very clearly, very clearly. So that's why we will be always using this. So in people know all these three things, but people doesn't know about this ABAP debugger till today also. Okay. Now, first thing, how can you check the customer exit using your call customer? So I'm just going to say call customer. So for this, get open the transaction code, open the T code, open the T code in SE93 and navigate to the respective program. Respective program. Click on global search. Click on global search and type call customer and type call customer. So it will show you all the list of all the call customers. And so let me show you that one directly. So now let me log on to my SAP system. One second, guys.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So as we are telling you, so open the transaction code SE93 and navigate to the respective program. So now if I going to SE93, I'm going to SE93. I'm just opening the transaction XD01. So XD01 and I'm just click on my display. Okay, I'll just click on my display. I don't know why the server is running too slow. Now navigate to this program. So I'm just going to navigate. So I have already written those steps clearly, guys. So now screen exit. So you will based upon your function module. So you have to see this exit can be used to return a custom logic to enhance. Each function module has its own predefined signature. That means nothing but you're importing, exporting table parameters based upon the parameters of the function module. If these are meeting the requirement, then we will be using this function module and we'll be writing your logic. Each function module will have its own Z include, and we need to create this by double clicking on this include program. Each FM will starts with this name. Each FM will starts with this name. So that's the same thing I have provided you using call customer, navigate and call customer. Select the main program and click on enter. So now the same thing. So SAP will provide start and then check the parameters. So what are the importing parameters and exporting parameters? You have to check that. And if it is going to meet your requirement, then you need to go ahead and implement that function module using your CMOD transaction code. There is one more transaction code called as your CMOD. So in that CMOD, you have to implement your customer exit. So the finding is with these ways. So with the help of these 3-4 ways, we can able to find out the customer exit. So whatever the customer exit, sorry, with the help of this. But if I want to implement the customer exit, that means writing the logic, implement the customer exit, then we need to use a transaction code called as the CMOD. CMOD transaction code. See the customer exit. Okay. So that's the transaction code. We have to use it, and with the help of that transaction code, we need to we need to implement the customer exit. We need to implement the customer exit, and we need to write the ABAP logic. Need to write the ABAP logic. So this is what we need to do it. Now, before we go ahead with this, open. Okay, let me see if I have here. Yeah, see, my requirement is whenever we create a customer, we need to check whether the customer belongs to the country Germany. So when we are creating a customer, so I'm just going with ORU, and then I'll be showing you that with these guys. So once the program is open, so the system is running too slow, I'm not sure why. Okay, my requirement is when I'm creating a customer, creating a customer, when I'm creating a customer, uh, and if the customer country belongs to Germany, if the customer country belongs to Germany. Germany is DE, and if the region is not maintained, region is not maintained, then I need to throw an error. I need to throw an error saying that the region is mandatory. The region is mandatory. So this is what my requirement is. So this is one of your real-time requirement also, I can say this as. So now, first of all, what I need to know, so when you got this type of requirement, you need to know the first thing is what is the transaction code for creating the customer in SAP. In SAP, what is the transaction code? The transaction code is XD01, XD02, and XD03. I have already told you long back. Now, so open SE93, which I'm doing right now, and then provide the transaction code. Provide the T code XD01 or XD02 or XD03, and then what we need to do, navigate to the program. So that's what I'm trying to do, that navigate to my program. So that's what the navigation is currently doing it up. So but it's taking too long time. Navigate to the program and then click on the global search. Global search and write the call customer, and select the radio button. Select the radio button. What I need to select in the master program, or in the main program, and then click on continue. Click on continue. So it will provide you, SAP will provide the list of all the call customers. So we need to check the signature, and if it's meeting the requirement, then implement the customer exit using the CMOD T code, using your CMOD T code. Okay, so this is what you have to do it in case of your customer exit. So based upon this, so steps: find out the function module and implement and test it. So I didn't tell you, so I have to showcase this one. So my requirement is, when I'm creating a vendor, if the country is India, then we need to add a prefix as if my country is India, then we need to add a prefix as vendor name. In the vendor name India, so you need to add the country name before the description of your vendor. I need to add the India. So that's what we have to do it. That's one more requirement. And now that's the second one. Still it's not open. Let me try if the other server is working right now. No, this is also not working. I'm trying to open this program, guys, but the server is running too slow. So just give me one more minute. I'll try to get this server up and running.